photography equipment. Man, it's so stressful to be in the airport and get to that gate and they say, hey, we have no more overhead storage in the bins. Have you ever felt that pressure when you're going on a trip to do some work? Well, I have had that pressure and I don't like that pressure. So I want to talk to you guys today on different ways you can travel with your photography gear and travel real easy. I'm gonna give you guys 3 tips. Tip number 1, bring less gear. They're like, what? But I need my gear. I need all my equipment to do my job. Guess what? You're gonna be okay. Bring less gear, bring what you need. If you need, and bring some extra cash. So if you have to run to Best Buy, if you have to run to a store and grab an extra piece of, another lens or something like that, you're gonna be okay. You can run to the store and grab it. Tip 1, bring less gear. Tip number 2, rent gear. I'm just leaving Shutterfest, and this year was the first year I packed a super light bag like I told you in tip 1, but I needed lights and light stands because I wanted to do a little bit of YouTube content while I was there. So I needed light stands, I needed some FJ400s, needed some stands, I needed some stuff so I could actually demonstrate and teach what I was doing. So I brought some extra equipment with me via Lens Rentals. I'm not sponsored by Lens Rentals, but they will send the gear to wherever you need to send it to. Like if you need to send it to your hotel, you can send your gear to the hotel, you'll get it, the hotel will check it in for you so you don't have to worry about hanging out in the lobby and waiting for it all day. They'll do it for you, and then once your gear comes in, you just check your tracking on your phone, and yeah, you just go pick up the gear. So for Shutterfest, I think I had 2 FJ400s, a trigger. I also had 2 Matthews light stands. I had some gels, or the gels that come with the 400s, the hoods. I had all kinds of stuff, and they also sent me some PC cords. So renting gear and have it shipped to you is an excellent way. Now, what I will say with renting gear is you also want to bring enough gear in case your gear doesn't arrive, or if something happens in shipping or you don't get the equipment, you still have enough. And I think in my bag I brought 1 umbrella, 1 light stand, and then I had an FJ200. I brought a camera and a backup camera because I was going to be filming, and I brought 2 lenses. And I brought my mics obviously to talk, but have enough equipment to where if you don't get the equipment or something happens with the shipping, that you're still covered, where you can still get something out there. If you got a job, you can still proceed with the job and get it done. And like I said earlier, worst case scenario, you just go to the local store, you buy something real quick. That works great. Tip 3. Let's see, tip 3. Oh, tip 3. Bring an extra person with you. Bring an assistant. If you have the budget to bring an assistant, bring an assistant, because now you have 2 bags that you can check and 2 backpacks you can check. So maybe you don't want to order gear. Maybe you really like your gear. Maybe you really like the way your gear works and you don't want to get into a rental thing. Bring an assistant. By the time you rent all the gear, you probably could have paid for a smaller flight, a cheap flight, if your flight's not too expensive. So yeah, and then you also have an extra set of hands. And some people might come on the trip for free and not charge you anything, just be excited to go on a trip. And some people you might have to pay a little bit to hang around with you for a day or 2. So bringing an assistant is always a great idea, especially if you have one. If you're a male, I would recommend bring a male because you guys can split a room. I don't typically split rooms with my assistant, so there is another added expense of adding another room if you bring an assistant. Which can be a negative for some people, but I kind of like my privacy in my room. Like if I want to wake up super early in the morning and go work out, I don't want to disturb anybody. And if they want to hang out all night and play around, then they can do that and not feel guilty coming in the room late. So that is an option to bring your assistant. But I usually like to bring a male in the event that I can't get a second room. Like if the hotel is booked up, there's no more rooms, at least I can share a room with a male assistant. Bringing a female assistant, for me, I don't necessarily like to bring a female unless it's my wife. I'm not too keen on traveling all over the place with somebody else, another female who's not my wife. It's not smart for me. It's perception. I honor my wife. I love her. I don't want anybody to be inside. Nothing would happen, but I just don't like the perception or the side banter or things like that. So be wise, be smart whenever you're traveling. If you're married, you want to make sure you honor your marriage first and yeah. But that's my thoughts on it. Super excited to share these 2 tips with you guys. So tip number 1, rent gear. It'll show up for you. No, sorry, tip number 1 was pack light. Tip number 2, bring an assistant. Or if you know somebody's gonna be there, meet them. And then hire them for the day or 2. And then they can even sign for the gear. So those are my 2 tips for you. If they're good, let me know. If they're not good, let me know. Leave it in the comments. If you have anything you'd like to add, or you think I missed something in this video, add it in the comments for me. I love to have that dialogue and maybe even look at things differently. Right now I'm just saying things that are coming off the top of my head, things that I think make sense. But like as always, like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell for to be notified whenever we do videos, more videos like this. And I'll see you guys next time. Sorry about the background noise. I'm here in the airport, trying to get a couple things filmed, trying to get a couple things out there for you, for the audience. So if you guys have any videos you'd like to see, let me know in the comments. I'd love to make videos just talking with you guys about different topics, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.